play fake here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the convert
gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to the air on 2nd down. McKinney. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
On first down, McKinney to Barkley on the check down. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Looking to throw. McKinney. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 9 yards on the run there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout.
Here we go now. Green 39.
To throw on 2nd down. McKinney. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And they'll get him down right about the 20. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Detroit!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McKinney. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Operating from the gun, McKinney throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw again, McKinney. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Andrews from 10 yards out. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Justin Tucker for the extra point. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Space to maneuver at the 40. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
I remember playing, and from a safety's perspective, when you saw a toss play and trying to see guys get to the edge and get outside, that was a where do you go to pick up the ball carrier? If they seal the edge and seal the perimeter, they're going to bounce that outside. It's a lot longer run, and you got to make sure your angle is right, because once they get to the edge, they're going to pick up good yardage. Your job now is to make sure they don't go all the way for a touchdown. You have to become an excellent tackler against a lot of bodies out leading a runner. And on this play, the defenders were finally able to rally to the ball after a big pickup of yardage and herd him out of bounds.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On 1st and 10, Morgan. That's caught by Meredith right side. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Now Morgan off the play fake. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Morgan throwing again on 2nd and 10. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. .13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down. Throwing on first down, McKinney. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go now.
The final shot before break. McKinney nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Back to throw. Morgan. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's third down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
The offense on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Looking to throw. Morgan. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
And they'll send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Fielded just inside the 30. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection.
And he's going to be hit and driven into the turf.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
From the gun, McKinney. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Operating from the gun, McKinney, and that is incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And now back out comes the offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Morgan now looking to throw on second down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That goes for a gain of 31. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Watching that, Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And they'll go on the ground. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Over! Watching that, Barney!
Right back to him on 1st down. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's the fullback taking it in from 2 yards out. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way,
here we go.
the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
He dumps it off to Barkley. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. A handoff to Barkley. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. McKinney, complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him old reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Back to throw. McKinney throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 1st down, McKinney over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. He will push his way down to about the 14. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. Looking to throw. McKinney finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, McKinney. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Equanimous St. Brown from 6 yards away. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. Tucker with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll go down at the 28. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. 4th quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. And they'll run it here. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now.
Detroit! Detroit!
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. They'll try and sneak it here. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing again. McKinney trying to lay one up deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
To throw is Morgan. Off play action. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
No. Check. Patriots.
Here's Morgan on 1st and 10. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get them a first down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They come out here in the eye. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's the fullback with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Off the play fake. McKinney. And he'll be grabbed from behind and slung down like a rag doll.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Operating from the gun, McKinney. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And does the defense have it? They do, says the referee. We're going the other way. And they're not able to convert on 4th down.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Now a carry here for their fullback. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
He'll get it up the middle. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. What a stand so far defensively. And now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. And they won't run a play here, no victory formation. They will indeed try to get 3 more. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Baltimore, So long, everybody.